and welcome back to Podcast Soundscape, the show where we talk about stuff. I'm one of your hosts, Zach Martin. You're supposed to say something. That wasn't supposed to happen, and he's your other host,
Fox Lopez. That was funny.
And today we have a new episode for you, and we're both really nervous because I get the feeling we're going to hard disagree on this album comparison, even harder than a Terror Room Primo. Let's just get right into it. Fox, which album did you prefer?
Coat of Arms.
I knew it! I knew we were going to disagree on this. See, the thing is, I don't necessarily blame you because the first time I listened to Sapson's discography, I would have put Coat of Arms above Carolus Rex. I don't... I actually... I disagree with it a lot more than I disagree with, like, a Terra and Primo, but, like, I kind of understand it more.
Okay.
But still, Carolus Rex is, like, one of my favorite albums of all time, and Coat of Arms is mediocre.
Really?
It's okay.
I thought the other one. Wait, is this
Carolus
wrong?
Rex.
Yeah, Carolus Rex. I thought that one had more mediocre than good.
Well, it's something that, like, the more you listen to it, the more you really, really, really like.
Okay.
Like, the first time I listened to it, I couldn't even get through because I'm like, this is really boring. But you have to kind of know the concept behind it since it's, like, their one true concept album. And you have to just, like, really get used to it and understand. But, like, I mean, Carolus Rex, in my opinion, just how it flows together is just still to this day mind-blowing for me. I mean, the ending of Ruina Imperi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Carolus Rex is one of my favorite songs of all time. I mean, the line, the opening to of Dominion and Lion from the North just being such a great blending together. Like I said, if we were to do this like about a year and a half ago, I would have agreed with you completely. But looking back now, I can't. I mean, I like Coat of Arms, but I mean, I really like Coat. Okay, my issue with Coat of Arms is that I'm not sure if you agree with this, but its production is really bad. Not like Metalizer bad, but like for a 2010 album.
I didn't know this. Really?
For a 2010 album, it sounds really bad in my opinion, But, I mean, on Coat of Arms, it's an album I do enjoy. I really like, obviously, the self-titled Coat of Arms, Midway, Uprising, Screaming Eagles, and then after that, it just kind of... I think on my notes, I was a little too harsh in it, because I still pretty much... I mean, the only song I didn't like really that much was, I think, Aces in Exile.
Really? You don't like Aces?
I mean... Not really. Wow, I was really too harsh on this, but... I mean... it's something I would rate a lot higher now, but I still think, like, obviously, I think just because of the theatrics and, like, the cinematic feel behind Carolus Rex, I like it a lot more. Just once you know the story behind it, how much you would like. Is this gonna be like a Terror Frame where you're like fine with it, whatever? Or are you like really passionate about?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with both. I just thought.
Okay. That's cool. So
I like more songs on Coat of Arms than Carolus.
I don't blame you because I think as a collection of songs, I could see that you could make the argument. I wouldn't disagree that, yeah, Coat of Arms is probably better. But I think if you're looking at how an album flows together, then Carolus Rex flows much better together with, like, the story that it's trying to tell. In my opinion, is though, really, except for Metalizer, the only one that's not about, World War I or II. And I guess The Last Stand didn't include too much songs about it either.
Oh, yeah. Which version did you listen to for Carolus?
English version.
Yeah, same.
Okay, mainly because I'm so used to that when I listen to the Swedish version, obviously because there's different syllables and stuff. Sometimes it throws me off with timings, and I'm like that. I'm not used to that coming in there, but it's weird because on Spotify the English version of Carolus Rex for a while was like played the Swedish version, but the Swedish version also played the Swedish version. So I was like, well, guess I'm listening to all of. It was only for Lion of the North, I think, or I can't remember what it was. A few songs that were like, oh, this is all in Swedish, even though it says English version.
Neat. Good job, Spotify.
Thank you, Spotify.
Very cool. I can't wait for the Swedish version of our podcast.
It's not even... That wouldn't even be us. Oh, shit.
It would just be... Just Google Translate. Google Translate a transcript of each episode.
Yeah, text-to-speech voice. And, like, it's like the Google Translate where, like, it messes it up really bad.
Hello. I am boy.
Yeah, it's like the people in Swedish are like, wait a minute, this sentence doesn't make any sense.
Wait a second, their grammar is awful.
And then it's like,
else?
why did he prefer Carolus of Arms, coat of Rex?
Who is Rex?
It's like every word is just speeder.
Speeder. Oh yeah. Carlos Rex doesn't have speeder, so.
Neither does coat of arms, huh?
Well, you see, it has this song called Saboteurs, which is almost close to speeders.
It's not even remotely.
Hey, hear me out. Hear me out. It has the S.
Yeah, it starts with an S.
The B is both a P and a D if you do some reflections across the X and Y axes.
If you do some reflections, you'll find that you're an idiot. That's what you'll find if you do
Then it has the ER and the...
Saboteurs is UR at the end. Saboteurs.
It has TE. And a TE.
Yeah. Speeder doesn't have TE. It has DE.
Did I say T?
Yes, you
I thought I said ER without the T.
You're British.
Okay.
Like the people who stole my credit card information. The darn British people.
How was that, by the way? Did you get your information back?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get it back. I had to shred my card.
Damn.
But,
feels bad.
Yeah, but why don't you tell me about some things where you preferred coat of arms over Carolus Rex?
Alrighty, let's go through the songs in Carolus Rex. I did not like. Live from the North was cool at first, but then I got bored.
Dude, that's one of my favorites, like the mid-section, like the Mighty Eagle Ruled the Land. They played that when we saw him live, I remember that.
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
I was hoping they would play it live, and I thought they wouldn't, but they did.
Killing Ground is the other one I didn't like. Poltava is another. Oh yeah.
I love Killing Ground and Poltava.
My issue.
I'll admit that they sound similar. I'll definitely give you that. They sound similar, and I prefer Poltava.
Didn't Killing Ground have a transition to Poltava, or am I just dumb?
Yeah, it did. I think it did.
I thought it did. That's what I heard when I listened to it.
I'm 99% sure it does.
I
love Poltava and Killing Ground.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. But Carlos does have some bangers, I will admit. Carlos, obviously, In the Army Now, Ruina Imperi.
That In the Army Now is a cover. Yeah, Ruina Imperi is the segment. Did you listen to the cover they did of Twilight of the Thunder God?
I did not.
Okay, I'm not sure if you listened to that, but In the Army Now, I don't think is technically part of the album.
Is that part of the Rearmed album I couldn't find on Spotify again?
Ruina Imperi is, I think, one of their most unique album closers. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What else was there? I mean, everything else I thought was fine. I just like more.
I mean, I can see that because, like I said, when I first heard them, I loved Coat of Arms and I hated Carolus. I put Carolus Rex. I think I might have even put it barely above Metalizer, which at the time I put as the worst.
What do you mean? Metalizer is speeder.
You're right. I put because at the time it was before the Great War, so there was 8 albums, and I put Carolus Rex on number 7, I think.
Here are my top 10 Sabaton songs.
And I put Coat of Arms at number 3, I think.
Number 2, Speeder.
Speeder. Number 1,
Speeder. It's top 10 letters in the word speeder. Number 10, E. Number 9,
10. 7.
8.
Number 8, W.
Number 7, 6. Number 6, 7.
Top 10 numbers.
1 through 10. Number 10, 9.
8. Number 9, 10.
I forgot the rest.
So, what was your favorite track on Coat of Arms? Because I feel like let's give some credit to Coat of Arms right now.
Alright, that's a good question. I mean, my notes are not long this time because I was I had one right. So, shut up. Well, according to the way I wrote "nyom" and "alone," not alone the word, but a alone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I guess Uprising and Screaming Eagles.
Yeah, I can see that.
White Death was cool too.
Screaming Eagles is. I was really hoping they'd play it because that's probably my favorite. That or Midway is probably my favorite from this album.
Ah, cool.
From Coat of Arms.
I like Midway.
But Yeah, it's short. It was really short, but like Coat of Arms and Carolus Rex for me are like the opposite. Like when you hear Coat of Arms the first time, you're like, wow, this is really good, and it's a really short album. So you're like, I wish there was more of it. But then like the more you listen to it, and Carolus Rex is the same thing too. It's like it's just a really long slog to get through. But once you get through, because for me the first time Carolus Rex clicked for me is when I was reading through the story of it as I was listening to it, and that added a lot more to it. And that was the first time I was like, wait a minute, why did I hate this album? This is perfect. Yeah. I almost would have put it. Carolus Rex is my second favorite Sabaton album.
I wonder what your first is. I wonder.
Well, kid,
is it Metalizer?
No, it's obviously Speeder.
Yeah, Metalizer is Speeder.
No, not Metalizer, Speeder. Did you not know their album Speeder? It's just what you do is you just make a playlist of 12 songs and all of them are Speeder.
That's a nice album.
And just the best of Sabaton, nothing but speeders. Just the 13 best tracks of, or like Powerwolf, or it's like 12 best of, and then 12 like live songs.
Why did go on?
No, you go first.
Why did we meme on Speeder so hard? I don't even remember.
Because it was like our least favorite song, and we hated it so much, and then we're like, it just became Speeder.
I guess that'll do it.
Do not question it. My goals are beyond your understanding.
What else is there to talk about?
Speederus Rex. What about what were some tracks you weren't as big of a fan of as Coat of Arms?
Coat of Arms. That's a good question, actually. Yeah, I was fine with pretty much all of them.
Yeah, I would say I would say Carla. You go first.
I don't really hate any of these songs. Like Kilogram and Pultify I thought were okay.
I think the thing about Coat of Arms is it's just a very baseline continuation of Art of War. Like you could definitely, like if I were to make the argument, it sounds like nothing but B-sides from Art of War. You could see that, right?
Oh yeah, I see that.
And I think Carolus Rex was a lot more like broad and I don't want to say experimental, but experimental in what it was willing to do with its sound. And I think it's the most unique Sabaton album by far, unless you want to count Metalizer.
It's a special snowflake.
Like I feel like Art of War, Coat of Arms, Prima Victoria, like Heroes, all those albums are a lot more like what you traditionally expect of Sabaton. I feel like Last Stand, Carolus Rex, and you could make an argument for it on Great War, are like ones that are a lot more like unique and different in what they're trying to accomplish rather than just, having the traditional Sabaton sound.
Alright.
So I don't like hate Coat of Arms. Like I don't know why I was so harsh on it on my notes. Like I gave it a 7.7, and I would probably give it I know this was a year ago. I would give it a lot higher rating now.
I'd give it an 8.5. I think that's more fair.
Yeah, I would actually probably go a little higher than that because I would give Carolus Rex, in my opinion, an easy 10 out of 10 for me. Carolus Rex. So I feel like if I'm going based off of that scale, that Coat of Arms would probably be close to 8.7, 8.8.
Okay.
My only real overarching issue is it also has no flow between the songs, if you know what I mean. Carolus Rex, they had the transition between Killing Ground and Poltava. Even on Art of War, that's why I think it still was it had those songs feel like they connected together,
I like that.
Different intermissions and stuff. That was another issue I had, is that it just felt like a bunch of collections of songs put together.
I'm probably used to it because I just listen to my playlist on Spotify normally.
Yeah, you just put it on shuffle. But yeah, I feel like Carolus Rex, they had a lot more connection. It felt more like an overarching album telling bless you, telling a kind of tragic story behind it rather than just here's 10 songs about World War II.
I hope you guys like World War II.
They've done Aces in Exile. The reason I don't like it is because they've done that song 3 times.
Oh, really?
They made it on this one, and there's a song like it on Heroes, and then there's a song like it on Great War. I feel like when we get to Great War versus whatever album wins against that, I feel like no matter what album we put it against, it's not going to win, just because there are some songs that actually I'll tell you this, if you listen to the song from Heroes, I think it was Smoking Snakes, and then listen to Devil Dogs, it is the exact same song but with different lyrics.
Interesting.
But Devil Dogs is better.
But why? The lyrics are better?
No, it's just a better song in my opinion. It's the same song, but it's better.
How?
I don't.
That doesn't make sense.
It does in my head. And you know what? I think now is the perfect time to cut to intermission because
yeah, we've been chilling.
Sound too depressed. So 3. Insert intermission music in 3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Why did I say that? I never
1.
before. Now. Did you say something about delicious pancakes?
No, not really.
I could have sworn I heard someone say something about delicious pancakes.
Delicious pancakes.
We're in the intermission now. Let's talk about some Persona 5 Royal because I've been playing through that now. I finally got it the other day.
Hey, you are 4 hours in, so I can't tell you about all the juicy stuff that happens.
You know what's interesting? What I learned is that before you go up to the roof for the first time to meet Ryuji, you can bump into Haru. I'm not sure if you knew that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I went down the stairs. Like, did I just see Haru or am I making things up? You can go down there and you can
in Royal
listen to my conversation. Yeah, Royal.
That's
right before the stairs that lead to the roof, directly across from those stairs, you can see Haru talking to someone. I was like, I swear to God, that's Haru. And I went back down. I was like, there's no. I'm like, oh, it is Haru. I forgot what she says, but you can listen in on what she's saying.
Huh.
I think it's something about like the garden she has on the rooftop.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew that. I found that cool too. I was like, that's a nice little tidbit. Just like you can find Goro or Akechi like stalking you at some points, right?
Nah, that's Makoto.
Oh, Makoto, that's who it was. Okay, right. I couldn't remember who. I thought it was Goro or Akechi, but
Goro Akechi. This is I don't know if they showed it in Royal, but there's this one scene in Persona 5 where Goro shoots you. Don't know if they showed that in Royal.
Yeah, when he's like, which one is it in like the bad ending?
I mean, the interrogation.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Like if you sell him out, he goes and it does not reveal.
He shoots you either way. He just shoots the.
Yeah, it's just if you get like the good ending, it reveals who it was. And if you get the bad ending, it's just like a random anonymous killer.
You really thought you killed me, Goro Akechi? Well, I had a plan so complicated I can't even explain it.
But like, yeah, in the bad ending, like I think if you let him shoot, you just get eternally trapped in like the Velvet Room.
Yeah, that's pretty much most of the bad endings.
That's a dark, man. So you're playing through Golden right now, right?
I am playing through Golden, and I have a funny story about that. In Persona 4, there are these enemies called Golden Hands.
And that's the end of intermission.
I hate you.
I'm joking.
In Persona 4 Golden, there are these enemies. Persona 4 too. There's these enemies called Golden Hands. They're really hard to kill because they resist everything except Almighty.
Yeah.
And if you kill them, you get like a bunch of golden EXP.
Yeah, okay.
When I went into Naoto's palace, I was like really underleveled. I don't think I was even in my 40s. When I ran into so many of those golden hands, when I got out of Naoto's palace, I was level 70.
Nice. Dude, that's based.
I don't even know how I did that. Like, my party has like their end game abilities.
Nice.
I'm just gonna breeze through the rest of Golden.
That's based as hell.
I'm tempted to switch out my party because I feel kind of bad.
Is Royal easier than the base 5?
It is. I think it is.
That would be funny, I think. But
except for Okumura's fight, I hate that fight.
Yeah, you told me about that before, but I'm excited to keep playing through it right now. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for when I finally. I have negative $30 in my account right now, but I'm waiting.
You're in debt.
Yes, I'm waiting for my payday to come through so I can start affording my PS4 Pro.
Oh, but what if your job just dies?
Well, then I will get paid by the state actually.
Oh. Dang, I was trying to put you in credit card debt, but it didn't work. Feels bad.
No, man, dude, I'm the only employee right now, and like, if my boss can like go through and get like the $10,000 for rehiring employee, I'll have like the highest paying job.
Bet. My boy is rich.
Dude, that'd be pretty base. But I was surprised that they had a sale on Royal already.
Yeah, me too.
It was. Oh wait, came out. I guess
Royal's
it's been out for 3 months.
Great game for $40.
Yeah, because there's a Steelbook edition too, so I get all the themes too. But I'm saving. I'm not entering the code in until I get my PS4 Pro.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
There's something else I was gonna ask you about, like Persona 5, but I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Is Joker in Persona 5? Yes, he is.
Bro, spoiler, I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, sorry. I mean, whatever his canon name is.
Is his canon name like Akira or something?
Yeah, it's Akira in the manga, but the anime it's Ren Amamiya, which is dumb. I like Akira more.
Yeah, you know what's weird in Persona 5 when Kawakami's like to Ryuji, I see you still haven't dyed your hair back to black yet, but I'm like, Ryuji with black hair isn't a thing.
There's some fan made sprite with him having black hair.
I don't want to think about that at all.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm actually not sure at all. You've made me question my entire existence, but yeah, I guess we're just chilling, talking about Persona 5 Royal right now. And the intermission about sabotage.
Yes.
Alright,
like... check Discord and...
Oh god, what are you
3, 2, 1.
Why did someone mention me in that one? What the hell?
Are you being called out for your racist tweets?
No, what?
I'm kidding.
Wait, what the...
You okay, man?
I'll look at that later. I'm not sure what that is. I'll look at that later. Oh god, I hate... That looks more brown than black.
Oh yeah, rip. Well, I'll fix that in MS Paint. Wait, Zach!
I'll do... Fine.
We didn't do the question.
We forgot the question! Today's question of the day, why did we forget the question?
In order to answer that question, in order to answer that question, we need to travel back in time, ask that question, and say...
Yeah, get the time... You know what I forgot to tell you?
I can't believe we forgot. I can't believe we forgot. I can't believe.
I can't believe it.
And the podcast, it's not worth it anymore.
You know what? It's because you didn't say anything when you were supposed to introduce yourself. You absolutely.
But you have to admit that was funny.
That.
It was
more subjective. You know what I forgot to tell you? In the episode that we just put up, the Danganronpa one, in the outro intermission cut, you accidentally pasted on the like outro thing, so the outro music is playing over us talking. I thought you were doing it for comedic effect at first. I'm like, oh, he just done goofed up, you absolute idiot.
Oh, I thought I took a silent clip of us talking and just put it over the ending. Oh, my bad. I don't want to fix it.
Anyways,
I don't want to fix it.
Let's get right back into this video. Insert outro intermission music now, but actually insert it. Don't forget to put the outro music on too, and go. And we're back into another episode of podcast. We're talking about stuff today. We're talking about go to the Sabaton, versus Carolus Rex.
My man is spitting bars.
And I prefer Carolus Rex. If you understood what I just said, I'll give you seven entire pennies. And so yeah, last time we were just, I guess, vibing.
We were vibing, just chilling.
We sound really depressed this episode. I had a 4-hour work shift, man. I don't know what you're... I mean, you're British. I don't blame you.
You're British. I don't.
Yeah, I'm British. How could you tell?
I'm British.
So, yeah, I guess,
how are we gonna...
I mean, obviously, I'm personally right, and you're obviously wrong, which is something we agreed on. But,
well, here's the thing. Let's flip a coin.
No, because I refuse to not let Carolus Rex move on. That's the thing.
Well,
I'm like, if Coat of Arms was going against something like... Even if Coat of Arms was going against, like, Primo Victoria or Art of War, I would have been fine with that moving on. But I am not fine with Carolus Rex not moving on.
You see... We have to disappoint some people, Zach.
Well, we're used to that, Fox, now, aren't we? I mean, we made this podcast, didn't we?
Yeah, we made this thing on a whim. I'm glad we did. It's better than doing nothing.
I'm not glad we did. I hate everything.
I hate you too.
When I'm at work, I was trying to be like, let's just play the podcast over the loudspeakers.
So
just come to hear our stupid voice. People just hear our stupid voices.
That is a bad idea.
I mean, My beautiful, beautiful voice and your British voice.
Imagine someone walking into the store and the kazoo parts come on. They just leave.
They just leave. I've seen enough. I am leaving.
Imagine putting it over loudspeaker and the speeder bit comes on.
Speeder. Speeder. So I think we can agree that Speeder is moving on.
Yeah. Even though Carolus Rex must stay behind, Speeder will move on.
And... No. Carolus Rex is moving on.
Shut.
Carolus Rex is moving on. I refuse. I actually flat out refuse to let. I like Coat of Arms.
Do you refuse, boy?
Coat of Arms. I would have been fine with it beating anything except Carolus Rex in my other album, which is my favorite Sabaton album, which I'm not going to spoil in case we disagree on that episode. Which
if we disagree on that episode, I'm gonna laugh.
Dude, I will drive to your house and just...
The rest of the podcast is you driving to my house.
Yeah, so Fox disagreed with me, so I'm on my way over to his house with a very special surprise.
His birthday's coming up, so I'm gonna deliver him this very special surprise.
It's fun to do. But I'm just saying, I refuse... Okay, hear me out. Do you remember the video where it was Thanos Kecker cringe with Star-Lord, and he was like doing with Star-Lord's meme? Do you remember that video?
I remember that.
The Carolean's Prayer was playing in the background, and that was from Carolus Rex. So if that doesn't convince you, then you're off the podcast.
I see. That is a very convincing argument.
It was in Kecker cringe with Thanos.
However...
What does Coat of Arms have on Kecker cringe with Thanos?
I will make Kecker cringe with Goro Akechi with...
Oh no! No, you can't do that.
With which one? Uprising in the background.
Warsaw City at war.
No, I'm kidding. If I were to do that, I'd put Speed or E-Rape in the background.
Yes, but I refuse. Like I feel like Coat of Arms is just in a bad position right now, like going against Carolus Rex.
All right, I'll give in again.
Because Carolus Rex is in my top like 10 albums of all time.
Is your top 3 Speeder?
Oh no, but there's another Sabaton album in my top 3, I think.
Speeder.
Speeder. It is very much Speeder.
Ah yes, good man. I applaud you.
I feel like this episode was like mostly intermission, and then just in between us depressingly talking about Sabaton. Call to I'm trying to think like other positives about like both albums.
Positive.
I like the Coat of Arms music video.
Positive.
It's cool.
You want to be
what?
Positive.
You know, think of you ruined it.
I ruined it. I ruined it.
It's ruined.
I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
And well, that leaves the rest of the episode to me. So Fox, I am right. That's the end of this episode. Carolus Rex is moving on. Did he actually leave?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I was like, I can't do the rest of this episode myself. we rely on our dynamic chemistry that we both have.
Yo, Skylar is playing League of Legends.
What a big surprise! He
Spam ping him on Discord.
That's what our plan is right now. That's what this episode has turned into. Just spam ping Skylar on Discord.
Skylar on Discord.
Speeder.
Speed.
But yeah, I think it's about. Do you think we could wrap up this episode? How long have we been going for?
Oh, we have been going on for, drumroll please, 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Our last episode was like almost an hour long, so I feel like it's a good place to start now.
We deserve a short one.
Yeah, Carolus Rex is moving on in the bracket. Yeah, okay, you know what? Carolus Rex is moving on in the bracket because, as usual, I'm right.
Fox
but, yeah, I want to know, what would you rate Carolus Rex?
Out of what?
10.
10. I mean, you're gonna shoot me no matter what because it has to be less than 8.5. So 7.
Unless it's a 10. Really, that low?
I mean, 7's fine. When it comes to rating stuff, I don't like to focus on school grades. I like to focus on like 5 out of 10 being average, 6 out of 10 being slightly above.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I would still consider that. I mean, I would still consider that good. But for the like regards that I hold Carolus Rex in now. The regards I hold Carolus Rex in. Obviously, I would give it a 10. Obviously, but yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode.
I mean, what else could you give Carolus Rex? It's such a masterpiece.
It doesn't have speed or 0 out of 10. But
hey, you can't spell 10 out of 10 with 0 out of 10.
I guess that's it. We didn't have a question because we.
Yeah, forgot. We did. We just asked one of the intermission.
Yeah, why do we forget that question? Because
let's see.
Because Fox ruined it.
Hey Jamie, can you look up causes of amnesia in young men from the ages of 16 to 18?
Causes of amnesia. Oh, I didn't spell that right. In young adults between 16 and 18. Dementia. That's why.
All right, we have dementia. We solved forgetfulness.
We have dementia. Let's go. Anyways, thank you so much for listening on this podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see all you people in the next video.